Welcome to WIH TV. Let's have informative and interesting video of historical events of April 1946. April 1, 1946, tsunamis struck the Hawaiian Islands following an earthquake in the Aleutian Islands, causing significant damage. The Aleutian Islands earthquake, with a magnitude of 8.1, triggered a Pacific-wide tsunami that caused damage and casualties along the Pacific coast. The American Navy seized the Italian luxury liner SS Rex in New York after it was claimed as a war prize. April 2, 1946, the first ever election of the United Nations Security Council was held in New York. The Jordanian government was formed, with Tawfiq Abu al-Huda as the prime minister. April 3, 1946, a magnitude 7.8 earthquake struck the Philippines, causing widespread destruction and thousands of deaths. April 4, 1946, the League of Nations held its last meeting and officially dissolved, transferring its functions to the newly formed United Nations. April 5, 1946, tornadoes hit the American states of Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas, resulting in significant loss of life and property damage. The Soviet Union denounced Winston Churchill's Iron Curtain speech, marking a deepening of the Cold War tensions. April 6, 1946, the League of Nations was formally dissolved, signaling the end of its existence after failing to prevent World War II. The last French troops left Syria, leading to the country gaining independence. April 7, 1946, a massive fire broke out at the LaSalle Hotel in Chicago, Illinois, resulting in 61 deaths and over 200 injuries. The League of Nations handed over its archives to the United Nations in New York. The referendum on the monarchy in Italy resulted in the establishment of the Italian Republic. April 8, 1946, the first post-World War II municipal elections were held in Greece. The League of Nations Preparatory Commission for the International Refugee Organization held its final meeting. April 9, 1946, the International Court of Justice, ICJ, the principal judicial organ of the United Nations, held its inaugural meeting in The Hague, Netherlands. April 10, 1946, the First General Assembly of the United Nations met in London. The first performance of Igor Stravinsky's Symphony in Three Movements took place in New York. The Anglo-American Committee of Inquiry on Palestine was established to examine the issues in the British Mandate of Palestine. April 11, 1946, the United Nations officially came into existence as its charter was ratified by the required number of member states. The last French troops left Lebanon, leading to the country gaining independence. April 12, 1946, Syria's independence from French mandate was officially recognized by the French government. April 13, 1946, the civil war in Greece resumed between the government forces and communist rebels. The first ever performance of Maurice Ravel's Piano Concerto for the Left Hand in D major took place in Paris. April 14, 1946, the inaugural meeting of the International Monetary Fund, IMF, was held in Washington, D.C., with 29 member countries attending. April 15, 1946, the first post-war elections were held in Italy, resulting in a victory for the Christian Democracy Party. The Syrian parliament officially declared the country a republic. April 16, 1946, the Soviet Union's Supreme Court convicted 22 top German officials for war crimes during the Nuremberg Trials. April 17, 1946, the last meeting of the League of Nations took place, formally ending its existence. The Philippines became the first Asian country to ratify the United Nations Charter. April 18, 1946, the International Court of Justice, ICJ, held its first public sitting in The Hague, Netherlands. April 19, 1946, the League of Nations handed over its remaining functions to the United Nations in New York. April 20, 1946, the Syrian government abolished the Sanjak of Alexandretta, leading to tension with Turkey. The Soviet Union withdrew its troops from Iran, ending the Iran crisis and the occupation that began during World War II. April 21, 1946, an American military tribunal in Germany convicted 58 members of the Buchenwald concentration camp staff for war crimes. April 22, 1946, the Harlow New Town Act was passed in the United Kingdom, initiating the development of Harlow as a new town. April 23, 1946, the Soviet Union proposed a four-power trusteeship plan for Korea, leading to tensions over the future of the country. April 24, 1946. The civil war in Greece escalated as fighting spread in various regions. April 25, 1946. The Allies' war crimes trial began in Tokyo, Japan, prosecuting Japanese officials for war crimes committed during World War II. April 26, 1946. A series of tornadoes struck the states of Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas, causing significant destruction and loss of life. Syria declared war on Turkey after tensions escalated over the disputed Hatay region. A massive fire broke out in Atlanta, Georgia, destroying a significant portion of the city's downtown area. The Allies' war crimes trial in Tokyo sentenced 7 Japanese military and government officials to death. Italy held a referendum to decide between a monarchy or a republic, resulting in the establishment of the Italian Republic. Former Japanese Prime Minister Hideki Tojo and several other high-ranking officials were arrested for war crimes and their role in World War II. The Japanese constitution was officially promulgated, introducing significant democratic reforms. King Victor Emmanuel III of Italy abdicated in favor of his son, Crown Prince Umberto II. The Allies' war crimes trial in Tokyo sentenced former Prime Minister Hideki Tojo and 6 others to death. Thank you for watching WIH TV.